Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 elderly individuals will face the loss of a spouse? It's a heartbreaking reality, and the grief that comes with it can feel like a heavy weight on your heart. Losing a spouse isn't just about the emotional pain, it's also about the overwhelming decisions that suddenly land in your lap. In moments like these, it's easy to make choices out of sadness, loneliness, or even pressure from others. But some of those choices can lead to regrets, money troubles, or emotional setbacks that make an already tough time even harder. Today, we're going to talk about 5 costly mistakes you should never say yes to after losing your spouse. These are things many people don't realize they're doing until it's too late. Mistakes that can complicate your life when you're already trying to find your footing. By knowing what they are ahead of time, you can protect your peace of mind, your finances, and your health. This isn't just about avoiding problems, it's about helping you move through this chapter with dignity, clarity, and the support you deserve. I'm here for you, so stick with me until the end. We'll walk through each mistake together, with stories and simple advice to guide you. Let's get started. Mistake 1. Making big financial decisions too soon. One of the first mistakes people often make after losing a spouse is jumping into big financial decisions too quickly. It's easy to see why. All of a sudden, you're dealing with bank accounts, insurance papers, bills, and maybe even the question of whether to keep your home. When you're grieving, it might feel like doing something, anything, will give you a sense of control. But here's the thing. Grief can make it hard to think straight, and rushing into money decisions can lead to regrets you don't need right now. When your emotions are all over the place, what seems like a good idea today might not look so smart a few months from now. Lots of folks feel pushed, maybe by friends, family, or even their own worries, to sell their house, move somewhere new, or invest a chunk of money. But the truth is, the first few months after losing a spouse are for adjusting, not for taking big financial risks. Let me tell you about Margaret. She was 74 when her husband passed away. People kept telling her to downsize her home, less to take care of, fewer bills, a fresh start. It sounded reasonable, so just a few months later, she sold the house they'd shared for 40 years and moved into a small apartment in a new town. At first, it felt like the right move, but as the shock wore off, Margaret missed her old neighborhood, the familiar streets, the friendly neighbors, the memories tied to every room. She'd sold her house in a hurry and ended up with less money than she hoped, too. Looking back, she wished she'd waited until her heart and mind were clearer. It's not just about houses, either. Some people get caught up in other quick decisions, like giving away money to kids or grandkids, jumping into risky investments, or signing papers they don't fully understand. Sadly, there are folks out there who might try to take advantage of you when you're vulnerable. If someone's pushing you to act fast, whether it's a stranger with a great deal or a friend with advice, take a deep breath and slow down. So, what can you do instead? Give yourself time. Experts often suggest waiting at least a year before making any big financial moves. That way, the fog of grief has a chance to lift, and you can see what's really best for you. Talk to someone you trust, like a financial advisor or a lawyer, who can look at your situation with a clear head. Make a simple budget to keep things steady for now, and don't feel rushed. Your future deserves decisions made with care, not panic. Mistake 2. Isolating yourself from friends and family. After losing a spouse, it's normal to want to be alone sometimes. Grief is personal, and quiet moments can help you sort through your feelings. But here's where the trouble starts. Shutting out friends and family completely can leave you feeling even lonelier, and that can make healing tougher than it needs to be. It's easy to pull away. Maybe you don't feel like talking, or you think no one understands what you're going through. But if you keep saying no to every call, visit, or invitation, That alone time can turn into a habit that's hard to break. Being around people, even just a little, helps lift your spirits and reminds you you're not in this by yourself. Studies show that staying connected can lower stress, keep your health stronger, and even help you live longer. On the flip side, staying alone too much can make you feel sadder and more tired than you already are. Think about Walter. He was 78 when his wife of 52 years passed. After she was gone, he stopped picking up the phone, skipped family dinners, and barely left the house. He figured being alone was simpler, no one asking how he was, no pretending to feel okay. But months went by, and instead of feeling better, he felt worse. His energy faded, and his days started running together. Then one day, a neighbor wouldn't take no for an answer and got him to come over for coffee. That small step turned into a weekly chat, then lunches with friends. Walter didn't stop missing his wife, but he felt lighter, knowing he wasn't facing it all alone. You don't have to dive into big gatherings if you're not ready. Start small, say yes to a short phone call, a quick walk with a friend, or even sitting quietly with someone you trust. If talking feels hard, that's fine. Just being near others can help. And don't push away the people who care about you. They might not know exactly what to say, but their company can still bring comfort. Another idea is to find folks who get it. A support group, whether at a church, community center, or online, can connect you with people who've been where you are. Sharing your story with them can feel like a weight off your shoulders. Grief doesn't have a rule book, but one thing's for sure. You don't have to go it alone. Let people in, little by little, and you'll find strength you didn't know you had. If this is hitting home for you, drop number 2 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell. We've got more to share. Mistake 3. Ignoring your own health and well-being. When your spouse passes, it's easy to let your own health slide. Grief takes over, and suddenly, cooking a meal, going to the doctor, or getting out of bed feels like too much. Some folks even feel bad focusing on themselves, like it means they're not grieving enough. But here's the truth. Neglecting your health doesn't honor your spouse. It just makes your road ahead harder. Losing someone you love hits your body, not just your heart. Grief can mess with your sleep, raise your stress, and even make you more likely to get sick. If you stop eating well or moving around, you might notice you're more tired, weaker, or just not yourself. That's why taking care of you, even in small ways, matters so much right now. Take James, for example. He was 81 when his wife died. After she was gone, he stopped cooking. No point, he thought, with just him at the table. He'd grab something quick, like chips or a candy bar, or skip meals altogether. A few months in, he felt worn out all the time, couldn't sleep right, and started losing weight he didn't mean to. His daughter stepped in, nudging him to eat simple things like soup or fruit. It wasn't fancy, but it made a difference. His energy came back, and he could handle his days a little better. Health isn't just about food. A short walk around the block can clear your head and keep your body going. If you used to exercise with your spouse, try doing it solo or with a friend. It doesn't have to be big, just steady. And don't skip the doctor. Regular checkups catch little problems before they grow, and that's extra important now. Your mind needs care, too. If you're feeling down or lost, talking to someone, a counselor, a friend, or a support group, can lighten the load. There's no shame in asking for help. It's a sign you're strong enough to keep going. Your spouse would want you to be okay. You're still here, and you deserve to feel as good as you can, even in the tough times. Mistake 4. Rushing into a new relationship. Losing a spouse leaves a big empty space, and loneliness can hit hard. For some, the idea of finding someone new feels like a way to ease that ache. There's nothing wrong with wanting company again, but rushing into a new relationship before you're ready is a mistake that can bring more pain than comfort. Grief messes with your emotions, and it's easy to jump in for the wrong reasons, like filling the void or dodging the hurt. But if you haven't had time to heal, a new relationship might leave you confused or stuck. Everyone moves at their own pace. Some wait years, some less. But when you're still raw, it's hard to know what you really want. Barbara's story shows how this can go. She was 72 when her husband of nearly 50 years passed. A few months later, she met someone and dove into a relationship fast. It felt good at first. Someone to talk to, someone to fill the quiet. But soon, it moved quicker than she was ready for, and she felt trapped. She hadn't worked through her grief, and stepping back was tough. She later wished she'd given herself more time. Watch out for red flags, too. Some people prey on folks who are grieving, offering kindness, but pushing for money or control. If someone's rushing you or acting too eager, trust your gut and slow down. A good relationship comes from a place of peace, not panic. There's no hurry. Focus on you first. Maybe talk to a friend or a counselor about how you feel. If you do start dating later, take it easy. Make sure it's about real connection, not just filling a gap. Love can come again, but it's best when you're ready to welcome it with an open, steady heart. If this one resonates, comment number 4 below. And if you're not subscribed, join us. It helps us keep bringing you videos like this. Mistake 5. Holding on to every possession without letting go. Deciding what to do with your spouse's things is one of the hardest parts of losing them. Every shirt, photo, or knickknack holds a memory, and letting go can feel like losing them twice. But holding on to everything forever can weigh you down, keeping you stuck when you need to breathe. Keeping special items is fine. No one's saying you have to clear it all out. But leaving everything exactly as it was, clothes in the closet, shoes by the door, can turn your home into a place of sadness instead of peace. It's not about forgetting. It's about making space for yourself. Harold learned this the hard way. He was 76 when his wife of 55 years passed. He left her stuff untouched, thinking it kept her close. But after a while, seeing it all every day made him feel trapped in grief. He wasn't ready to let go of everything, so he started small, kept her favorite scarf and a few photos, then gave some things to family. It didn't erase her. It gave him room to heal. Go at your own pace. Pick a few treasures to hold on to, a watch, a letter, and find a spot for them. When you're ready, sort through the rest, maybe with a friend to help. You could even turn an old sweater into a pillow or pass things on to someone who'll cherish them. It's not goodbye. It's carrying them forward in a new way. Losing a spouse changes your world, and no one expects it to be easy. But steering clear of these 5 mistakes, rushing money moves, shutting people out, neglecting yourself, jumping into romance too soon, and clinging to everything, can help you find your way with less regret. Grief takes time, and that's okay. What matters is giving yourself the care and space to heal so you can live with purpose and maybe even a little joy again. What hit home for you today? Leave a comment with one thing you'll take with you. It means a lot to hear from you. If this helped, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.